નમસ્તે. ગુજરાત ટેકનોલોજીકલ યુનિવર્સિટી તરફથી હું દર્શના ચૌહાણ આજના આપણા કાર્યક્રમ ભારત તીર્થ લેક્ચર સિરીઝમાં આજના આપણા મુખ્ય વક્તા ડોક્ટર વિપુલ ત્રિવેદી સાયન્ટિસ્ટ નાસા, આપણા કુલ સચિવ સાહેબ શ્રી ડોક્ટર એમ ખેર સાહેબ, ડોક્ટર શ્રુતિ અણેરાવ મેડમ ધરોહર વિભાગના વડા તથા ડોક્ટર એસ ડી પંચાલ સાહેબ ડાયરેક્ટર જીસેટ, જીપીયુ પરિવારના વિવિધ સ્કૂલના ડાયરેક્ટરશ્રીઓ, વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો તથા બધા કર્મચારી ગણનો આપ સૌનું સ્વાગત કરું છું. હું અહીં ઉપસ્થિત આપ સૌ મહાનુભાવોને દીપ પ્રાગટ્ય અને સરસ્વતી વંદના માટે આમંત્રિત કરીશ. જીપીઓના કોવિડ માટે તૈયાર થઈશું.
समुचित ज्ञान समन्वय जन कल्याण का हिमालय गुजरात तकनीकी विश्वविद्यालय जीटीयू समुचित ज्ञान समन्वय इनोवेशन की मशाल उठाए, ज्ञान को जाओ और फैलाए, विश्वकर्मा की कृपा को पाकर विश्व फलक पर शान बढ़ाए। नवीनता की खुशबू से जो भारत का कण कण महकाए, ज्ञान पिपासु शिष्य वृंद की तपो साधना सफल बनाए। जीटीयू समुचित ज्ञान समन्वय अनुभवी शिक्षक कौशल बढ़ाए, परिहित का ही पाठ पढ़ाए, अनुसंधान और ज्ञान का संगम भावी पीढ़ी उज्जवल बनाए। आत्मनिर्भर युवा बने और शिक्षित विकसित राष्ट्र कहलाए, गौरव माता पिता का बढ़ाए, हर मन में विश्वास जगाए। चिड़ियों चिड़ियों समुचित ज्ञान संतमंगल विकास का यही क्रम दोहराए चिड़ियों को सर्वश्रेष्ठ बनाए हासिल करके उच्च सफलता शिक्षा जगत में क्रांति लाए सिद्धपुर सोमनाथ सूरत से कच्छ तलक फैला ज्ञानालय अपार संजोए संभावना गुजरात तकनीकी विश्वविद्यालय चिड़ियों चिड़ियों समुचित ज्ञान समन्वय
आप सब अपने स्थान ग्रहण करशो आभार सबनो तो माननीय कुलसचिव श्री साहेबને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આજના પ્રસંગે આપ મુખ્ય વક્તા ડોક્ટર નિખિલ ત્રિવેદી સાહેબનો શાલવા તથા ડોક્ટર એસ કંસાલ સાહેબને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપ સ્મૃતિ ચિહ્ન દ્વારા સ્વાગત કરશો હવે હું ડોક્ટર શ્રુતિ અણેરા મેડમને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપ આજના કાર્યક્રમના વક્તાનો પરિચય તથા કાર્યક્રમની ભૂમિકા આપશો
नमस्कार, good afternoon. आदरणीय speaker, today's chief speaker, Dr. Nikhil Trivedi, sir, Dr. Shailesh Bhai Kunchal, sir, Director, SAC, CEO, sir, Verma, sir, Mahesh Kunchal, sir, another directors of GTU and learned faculties and dear students. So today is a program, a special lecture, Bharat Ki series. This is the fourth lecture, you must be knowing. How many of you have attended earlier lectures? Any one of Bharat Ki lectures? I wish to know. Some of you. How many of you know what is Dharohar Center for Indian Knowledge System? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So let me give you some information regarding the Center for IK and why we are having such a center at Gujarat Technological University, which is totally devoted to technical education. So you must be knowing that in 2020, our central government introduced, we call it new, but it is National Education Policy, and under that, Indian knowledge system is given importance. It is given significance so that Indian students know what was Indian education system centuries ago, right? Because since last 200 years, we had been rejected to know about India and its traditions. We know because Macaulay shifted our education to not only English medium, but it was totally an English, or what do we say, the education system which was based on Western thought and Western techniques and Western methodology, pedagogy. So we never know how India was educating its students at Takshashila or Nalanda or even earlier to that. So here is a chance that we are getting knowledge regarding how India had been taught, how youth of India had been taught centuries ago, and what was our contribution to the world. Indian contribution was not limited up to the frontiers of India, and at that time even Indian frontiers were quite larger than that today what we have in our map on our map. So Dharohar. How many of you know the meaning of Dharohar? Good. What is Dharohar? Dharohar means roots, right? So if a tree is uprooted, how long it will sustain? If a tree is uprooted, how long it will sustain? You are students of engineering and science, so you know. Even if you might not have learned botany, you know if a tree or a plant is uprooted, it cannot last longer. Okay? For hours or for at least one day, the leaves will be green and then they will dry up. So the same way, the roots of our tradition, our culture, they were uprooted by so many invaders, and that is by the British, right? And we had been, if you try to replant that tree, again, there are very less possibility of getting it live. It may sustain, it may not sustain. So the same way here, the Rover Center is making some efforts to know regarding our roots. What were our roots? What was our history? What was our culture? What was there in Vedas, Puranas, and right? And I think better than me, our speaker today will tell us about all these things. How, even in the field of science and technology, India had made considerable advancement. And it was so advanced that we have so many miraculous structures, even in South India or anywhere in India or even outside India, like in Nepal or in neighboring countries or even in Cambodia. We have Angkor Wat temple, which is one of the greatest, largest temple, having its roots in Indian culture. So he is a person whose profile is very large and his profile is very prominent. When we have to write, we write down that his name. There is a scientist from NASA. But there are so many things which I think I must mention so that we can know what a personality we are having today for our lecture. So he has written books on Vedas. He has written books on Vedic maths. Right? He's called a hyper polyglot. A person who is knowing more than 4 or 5 languages. We consider him or her a very learned person. He knows more than 45 dead languages. Languages like Indian languages, regional languages, English, plus European languages. There are so many personalities who know many European languages or Chinese or Russian language. But he is a person who knows many dead languages, and that is 45 languages which are ancient languages, and he can decode the script of these languages. That is a very extraordinary thing which we might not have heard. He had been, or we can say he's a CA. He has studied chartered accountancy and he practiced it also for timing wiving for a period of how many years? Since 2003. 2000, almost 10 years. Yeah. He has received many awards also. So among those awards, first thing is he has got doctorate from Oxford University, and a doctorate he got in Doctor of History in Linguistics and Anthropology. So he's not only a master, he has done his research in history as well as in anthropology. He got doctorate from Cambridge University, and he's called Doctor of Divinity in Quantum Physics and Vedas. So he has such a deep knowledge of Vedas as well as quantum physics as well as Vedic maths. As I told you, he knows so many languages as well as dead languages. He has written books on ancient Hebrew, a language of Bible. You must be knowing that Bible is written in Hebrew language. So he has written a book on that also. He has written book on Indian script and its glory. He has also worked with ASI, that is Archaeological Survey of India, and in that also he has helped the ASI in decoding the script, and he has also worked in the project which was working on the coastal line of Gujarat, that is nearby Dwarka, in finding out the old city of Dwarka, that is Krishna's city. He has worked as a team member of Marine Archaeological Department, as I told you, and he has worked for searching the project of searching ancient Dwarka. He has also worked with ISRO, and still he is a member of Mars project. He has also worked for Mars mission Chandrayaan 2, and he was the concept design provider and also a spaceship structure advisor. So he's very much attached with all these projects of ISRO. There is Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan 3, Aditya L1, and Mission Venus also. He's also worked with NASA, as we have mentioned in our flyer also. And he is a team. He is one of the team members in research and development at NASA. He is an expert of linguistic mathematics and ancient science, and that is why NASA has chosen him and invited him from India. He is also working with NASA in Mars mission as well as in mission to Moon, known as Artemis. So his contribution to space science, his contribution to Vedic maths, his contribution regarding so many other research which is still not known, it is going on. So that will put an end to his, because his lecture is going to introduce him more. So I request him to present his today's topic, that is on rocket engineering in Vedas. So I think this will be a very remarkable lecture in this series. And in advance, I am thanking him for being here and enlightening our engineering as well as management students. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
માન્ય કુલસચિવ શ્રી ડોક્ટર લેમકે સાહેબને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપ આજના કાર્યક્રમ માટે સ્વાગત ઉદ્બોધન કરશો.
નમસ્કાર. આજે ભારત की લેક્ચર સિરીઝમાં જે રીતે પરિચય આપ્યો એવા એક્સપર્ટ શ્રી વિદુત ત્રિવેદી સાહેબ, ડાયરેક્ટર રિસર્ચ ઇન્ટરનેશનલ કન્સલ્ટન્ટ જ્યોતિબેન, એની સ્ટુડન્ટ ડાયરેક્ટર ઓફિસર્સ અને વાલા વિદ્યાર્થી કાર્યકર્તા, જે રીતે એને એક્સપર્ટનો પરિચય આપ્યો એટલે આજના લેક્ચર માટે is the right person to explain about the technology, explain about our heritage for the technology like rocket engineering, etc. વધારે વિશેષ કઈ ના કહેતા આપણે બધાને ખબર છે કે આપણું હેરિટેજ આપણે ભૂલી ગયા છે. શું કામ કે આપણને આપણા શાસ્ત્રોનો અભ્યાસ, આપણી ધરોહરનો અભ્યાસ એ હવે એક શું કહેવાય એવું કહે ને કે હિસ્ટ્રી વાંચીએ અથવા તો વેદનો અભ્યાસ કરીએ તો એ પેલા ભગતરા કહેવાય એના જેવું. આપણે સ્ટેટસ હોય તો શું કરવું પડે? એપલનો મોબાઈલ હોય તો આપણને સ્ટેટસ લાગે એવું, ભલે કશી ખબર ન પડતી હોય પણ મોડર્ન હિસ્ટ્રીની કોઈ બુકલેટ આપણા હાથમાં હોય, કોઈ બીજી સાયન્સની બુકલેટ આપણા હાથમાં હોય તો આપણે આપણી જાતને મોડર્ન સમજીએ. પરંતુ આ બધું જ આપણા હિસ્ટ્રીમાં અને આપણા ધરોહરમાં છે. પુષ્પક વિમાનનો ઇતિહાસ આપણને ખબર છે. મહાભારતના યુદ્ધમાં પણ અર્જુન ની બાળ વિદ્યા એ આજની મિસાઇલ ટેકનોલોજી કરતા પણ કંઈક વિશેષ હતી કે જે એક વૃક્ષના તમામ પાંદડાઓને વીંધી એકમાંથી અનેક તીર થાય, બધા જ પાંદડાને વીંધે અને વીંધા પછી ફરીથી પાછું એટલે નિશાન પાર પાડીને પોતાનું પાથામાં આવી જાય. આ સુધીની ટેકનોલોજી એ આપણી ધરોહરમાં છે. તો આજના આ મોડર્ન સાયન્સમાં જેણે ખૂબ સારું કામ કર્યું છે એ જ આપણને આપણા એશિયન હિસ્ટ્રી વિશે અથવા તો એશિયન ટેકનોલોજી વિશે વાત કરશે. તો મને આશા છે કે આપ સૌ એનાથી અવગત થશો. થેન્ક યુ.
ખૂબ આભાર સાહેબ આપનો. હવે હું આજના આપણા મુખ્ય વક્તા ડોક્ટર મિતુલ ત્રિવેદી સાહેબને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપ આજના પ્રસંગે રોકેટ એન્જિનિયરિંગ ઇન વેદાસ વિશે કહેશો.
થેન્ક યુ. સૌથી પહેલા તો મને આ પ્લેટફોર્મ પર તમે લોકો ઇન્વાઇટ કર્યા એના માટે સ્તુતિબેન સાહેબ આપ સર્વનો અને મારી સામે જે લોકો હવે બેઠેલા છે એ લોકોને ઓલ ધ બેસ્ટ એટલા માટે કહીશ કે હવે પછીનો કલાક તમારે મને સહન કરવાનો છે. બહુ ભારે વિષયો બહુ ભારે મારા માટે જે બધું છે જે ડિસ્ક્રાઇબ કર્યું છે એને થોડું હળવું બનાવીએ. મજા ત્યારે આવે કે જ્યારે એકબીજાની સાથે વાતચીત કરીએ અને નોલેજ લઈએ. નકર તો પેલું કેવું છે કે એક છેડા પરથી આપ્યા કરીએ. પેલું સાહેબે કીધું ને એવું કે એક પાંદડામાંથી બીજું પાંદડું, બીજા પાંદડામાંથી ત્રીજું પાંદડું, અર્જુન પીનતો જાય. પેલું બિચારું પાંદડું પડતું જાય. અર્જુનને કઈ પડેલી જ ના હોય. એને જેવું છે કે તમે લોકો ધીરે ધીરે એક પછી એક ટપાક ટપકી પડો. જ્યારે મારું બોલવાનું પૂરું થાય ને કલાક પછી ત્યારે એવું થાય કે અહીંયા બધી વિકેટો પડી ગઈ હોય. એટલે એના કરતા આપણે છે ને વિકેટોને પડવા નથી દેવાની, એ વિકેટોને ઊભી કરવાની છે. બે અહીંયા સબ્જેક્ટ છે, એક વેદ છે. સાહેબે કીધું તેવું પંડિતોનો વિષય. Yes.
Excuse me, sir, if you continue in English.
Yeah, definitely, sure. There are two subjects here. The first one is Vedas. That is the subject of Pandit. And the another one is rocket science. That is the subject of scientist. We are neither Pandit nor scientist. And we are talking on it. We are discussing on it. So that is the most important thing. How we can make it easy. So you can be connected with it or you can be enjoyed. Ma'am, if you don't mind, તમે લોકો જો આના જો આવી તો તમને કદાચ આ બધી વસ્તુઓ જોવા હશે. ઓકે, ફાઇન. Normally we have two eyes, but Shankar has three eyes. This is the third one. Okay, let's continue. Let's start the PPT. First of all, I will show you some pictures, and you have to identify it. I will not ask you what it is, but I will ask you the era of that picture or this picture, particular picture. How old is this? And all the pictures are archaeological evidences. Okay, I am not. You can find it on internet also. I don't have any kind of copyrights on it, so don't worry. You can take it. And second thing is that this presentation is available for all the students, all the professors, all the teachers. I don't have that kind of copyrights because I got it from Vedas. So there is no copyright on Vedas. So even I cannot keep it or I cannot claim it. That's it. Okay. This is the first picture. What it is? ચા પાણી કરી લીધા છે ને? Have you taken your breakfast? Evening breakfast? Next. Okay. થોડો બ્રેકફાસ્ટ અહીંયાથી જ તમને આપી દઉં છું. એકબીજાનો આજુબાજુ વાળાનો લોહી પી લેજો. Okay, what is this? This is almost 5,000 years old picture. This picture is almost 5,000 years old. And this is a picture of one astronaut. Okay, next one. This is from Egyptian archives. Some scholars are saying that this is a picture of some king, warrior, king, or it might be an astronaut. But intellectuals are revealing this picture or connecting this picture with ancient astronauts. Next one. Now starting with here. You can see some kind of vehicles here. Is it clear for everybody? Okay. You can connect this picture with some kind of vehicles. Left side two pictures are from Mexico. The right one, top one is from New Zealand, and the bottom one is from Egypt. Okay. The Mexican pictures are almost 4,500 years old. Now the picture from Maori, New Zealand, that is 2,500 years old. It looks like a chamber of helicopter, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And now the last one, bottom one, right side bottom one. You can connect it with some kind of creature. What kind of creature is that? Can you identify? Snake. Yes, it is snake. Have you heard about one aeroplane named Sarpa Viman? This is the picture of that Sarpa Viman. And this is 5,500 years old. These are the archaeological evidence. And the most important archaeological evidence is next. This one is first one. This is 1102 AD. This picture is 1102. At that time there was no airplane, there was no such kind of research. And you can see a man with spacesuit. Even you can see the bottom of the boot. That is similar to the Neil Armstrong's footpath on moon. Now how amazing it is. Is it possible? Can you connect it with anything else? Next one. Now this is a ceiling beam that is from Temple of Seti 1 at Vedas, Egypt, and this is 5,000, almost 5,000 to 5,500 years old. There are so many carvation on it, but we will zoom it individually, and we will connect it with the present technology. Okay, ready?
Yes.
क्या पीवेंगे? दूध पीवेंगे? Okay. Next one. The first one. Is it helicopter?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
ખાલી એક જ અવાજ આવે છે, આ બાજુ અવાજ જ નથી આવતો. લોહી આ બાજુ પીવાઈ ગયું છે, આ બાજુ પીવાનું બાકી છે. મેમ આપણે ચાલુ સેશનમાં ચા પાણીની પરમિશન આપી દઈએ. તમારે પીવાનું મને પીવડાવવાનું હો, પણ એકલા નહીં. Okay, this is helicopter. Next one. Submarine. Okay. Okay. This is submarine. Related to the submarine, I want to give you one information. There is a book named History of Persia, which is in Persian archives, Iran at present. The book has 24 volumes. That is called 24 Jild. Jild 5, page number 348. There is a story. That story is related to the Vaikunt, Who is Vaikunth in our mythology? That is a place of Vishnu. Okay, and his name is also Vaikunth. Okay. The next thing, he had a submarine. In that book, on that page, it is mentioned that he had a submarine, and the name of his submarine was Sheshashayya. The name of his submarine was Sheshashayya. विष्णु कहाँ पे रहते हैं? शेषनाग के ऊपर, शेषशय्या. That is known as Sheshashayya in our mythology. And the name of that submarine was Sheshashayya. So it was not a mythological story, but that is a historical evidence which is preserved by not India, that is preserved by Iran, Muslim country. And the book History of Persia is revealing that fact. Next one. Glider. Do you know a chariot of Yudhishthira? What was the story of that chariot? जमीन से आधा फुट ऊपर, 1 फुट ऊपर. It might be gladiator. It might be. I am not saying that it is, but it might be. Next one. Airplane. Next one. This is Stonehenge. You know about this, all the things. I will not give in detail. Okay, next. Have you seen that movie Uri? What was the special in that movie? That plane, that drone, which was just like a bird. Okay, and that was not the fiction. That was not the story. The same kind of drone was found from Colombia, and that was known as Tolima. That was known as Tolima, and the era of that kind of drone was before Christ, 500 to 800. Again, historical evidences. Next. See, you have seen all these archaeological evidences. Now we are referring some ancient textures. We are getting it from our ancient textures, and then later on, the last session will be on the connectivity of that ancient textures, ancient science, and that was applied in Mangalyaan and Chandrayaan. How we are applying that thing. That is the most important part for engineering students. This is a definition regarding Veda, definition of Viman that is mentioned in Rigved. Rigved 6/62/6. 6 is a bundle, 62 is a Sukta number, and 6 is Rucha number. Vimana means air transport facility. A simple word. Next one. This is a reference given by Bharadwaj Roshi. This is his book, and this is Rahasya Ke Adhikari is the chapter 1, Sutra 2. Next. What he is mentioning about the Viman. A Viman means which can run speedily like a bird on earth, in water, and in the sky. Normally, we are assuming that what is the meaning of Viman? That can fly only in the sky. But here Bharadwaj Roshi is connecting with all the three things. Next. What are the other references we are getting from? Rigved, Yajurved, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Vaimanya Shastra, that is written by Bharadwaj Roshi. Samrangan Sutradhar, that is written by Raja Bhoj. And manuscripts of Ashoka. Next. Shaunak Rishi. He was the person, he described different kind of 5 aeroplanes as per the fuel system. But unfortunately, out of that 5, we have just only 4 different kind of systems at present. The first one was, which was run by Vanaspati oil. The use of Vanaspati oil for Vimanas. At present, we are using that Vanaspati oil for heating purpose. Okay, so for making foods, but here it was used as a thrust. Vanaspati oil. The next one was mercury vortex gas engine. The meaning of that engine is scientifically described in green highlight footnote. You can take it. I will not spend so much time here, but you can get it and you can well over with it. Next one is solar energy, and the last one is power from air-driven engine. What we are using at present. The other things, इसके अलावा अगर हम देखें, the other books that was वायु तत्व प्रकरण, व्यासानल तंत्र, धम्म प्रकरण, that is written by Narad. The writer of this book is known as Vamadev. The Vamadev is the other name of Narad Rishi. That Yantrakal by Garga Rishi, Viman Chandrika by Narayan Muni, and Jnana Bindu, that is written by Vachaspati. Unfortunately, we don't have a single book out of this. All the books are at Germany, at Eurasia University, Germany. We don't have a single book today. That is our misfortune. And the most important thing is, how many of you know about the teletransportation? What is teletransportation? Yes, yeah. Is it somewhat like Narad Rishi was doing some same thing? No telepathy. It is not telepathy. Teleportation. Telepathy is passing the message from your mind to another mind, and teleportation is to migrate yourself from one place to another place. Just like Narad Rishi. This is the difference. Okay. Now, regarding the teleportation, with the help of his book, here the name of his book is given, Dhamma Prakarana. With the help of this book, Eurasia University did an experiment before 20 to 15 years ago. They teleported one sheep, an alive sheep, from one room to another room. What was the result? Do you know?
No.
The sheep was teleported, but unfortunately, in another room, it was not alive. So, what we can understand, we can teleport this kind of thing. Table, we can teleport table, we can teleport chair, but we cannot capture the energy. We cannot teleport the energy because we can't understand at present that energy level or that kind of thing. Even Western scientists are doing materialistic research. Even they are saying that we are in quantum level, we are in quantum physics, we are doing quantum mechanics. But that quantum level is again connected with the materialistic research. That is not connected with the Sukshma Tattva. What our mythology or what our scriptures are doing. Okay, leave. But in Dhamma Prakaranam, this kind of technique to catch that energy and to teleport that energy is mentioned, but they can't understand this technology. So that's why they are connecting with our sagas here. So many scholars here, and they are trying to decode it. Next one. In Yajurved, in Rigved, in Atharvaved, at present we are using bus transportation, railway transportation. Same way at that time, even we are using Vimanas also. Same way in Atharvaveda, it was described that it was used for the public transportation. That was mentioned in Atharvaveda, and these are the references what I have given in the PPT. Next. One another picture is there. A tank used by Germany in 2010. That was originally found from Assyria, that was used in Assyria 9th BC, means 3000 years ago. आज से 3000 साल पहले ये इसमें यूज होता था. These are the same technology. Next. Now, not taking too much time. फटाफट मैं यहाँ पे आपको बता देता हूँ. Right side पे I have given Rigvedic references. These are the Rigvedic references where it has been mentioned. And on the other side, I have given the name of different kind of Vimana. In this 45 minutes PPT, you will get almost 150 ancient Vimanas. Jalyan, Karayan, Trital. Trital yan means which has 3 floors. That is Trital. Then Trichakra Rath. Trichakra Rath means what? Suppose we all know about the rickshaw at present. I am a scientist. I will fix the engine of helicopter in that rickshaw, and I will put fan on that rickshaw. It will be Trichakra Rath. That was the concept at that time. So mini plane for one person or two person. That was Trichakra. Vayu Rath. The most important reference which is given here is Vidyut Rath, which was operated on electromagnetic power. See, again I am saying that which was operated on electromagnetic power. So that was mentioned in Rigveda 3/14/1. So the technique was already there in Rigveda and during the Rigvedic time. So this is the ancient technology. These are the references. Next. Same way Yajurved. Next. Srimad Bhagavata. Next. Ramayana. As Sir said, when we are talking about the ancient plane, we know only one plane. Pushpa. Okay, can you give me the any other name? Rather than Pushpa, do you know any other ancient Viman? Good morning. Okay. Here I will mention that names also. Apart from Pushpa Viman, in Ramayana, there are more 7 different Vimanas were described, and their shape, their size was also described. That was double deck, that was cylindric shape, that was saucer shape, means today's UFO, just like UFO. Saucer shape, long cylindric shape. And the most important thing was capacity of engine and number of engines were described, and the name was defined differently. Suppose there are 2 engines, so that Vimana was known as Agnihotra engine. More than 3, equal to or more than 3 engines, that means Elephant Vimana. Elephant Vimana was known as Gaja Vimana. And the Gaja Vimana is today, it is connected with the jet engine. Okay. Next. In Mahabharata, when Shalva attacked on Dwarka, Shaubha Vimana was there, and the size of that Shaubha Vimana you can't imagine. 16 square kilometer. The size of that Vimana was 16 square kilometer. That was the most amazing thing. Space station. That was not Viman, that was space station. Okay. I will not go into the history and I will not go to the stories. Next one. Next. 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 Okay. Maharshi Bharadwaj has written one book, Vaimanya Shastra. In this book, 106 different kind of Vimanas was described. 106. Now suppose you are going to the market, you are purchasing a calculator along with calculator, you will get one what do we call manual. You will get one manual. Okay. Here, Bharadwaj Rishi not only described only 106 type of vimanas, but of each and every vimana, he gave the manuals. And what the manuals contain, that is here I have mentioned in just 2 or 3 lines. You will be surprised. Flight manual was there. Aerial routes and GPS system was there. It was fixed in the machine. A procedure for normal and forced landing, which is called soft landing and crash landing. Today, that was mentioned in that manual. Instruction regarding the condition of pilot, clothes to wear during the flying or when you are in the chamber. Those are described. Food to eat, what you have to eat and what you can't eat. That is mentioned in manual. Spare parts required during the flight, material for craft manufacturing, and the most important thing was power supply. The whole power supply design was there also. When we are going to purchase a car, you are getting one manual, but power supply is not there in the manual. Check it. In car, you will not get that manual. But here, Bharadwaj Rishi gave that manual. Okay. The most important thing here I want to share with you. NASA is giving salary to a person who is approving the things which we can take to the space, which is allowed in the spacecraft. And the salary is $1 lakh per month. सर ये जॉब मिल गई तो मजा आ जाएगा. क्या करना है? चीज को सूंघना है, just smell it, approve it, smell it, reject it, and you will get $1 lakh salary. चले? चलते हैं? Let's go. नासा ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं, अच्छा है ना? इतना पढ़ के क्या कर लेगा? Now that is my question. Why they are paying so much? ऐसे तो कोई कुछ नहीं देता है. मांगे बिना तो मांगे खाना नहीं देती है. ऐसे कोई लाख रुपया सैलरी कैसे दे देगा? I will not give you the answer at present. That is your homework. लेकिन सेशन खत्म होने से पहले अगर आप लोगों को याद रहा है और आप लोग मुझे पूछेंगे तो I will give the answer. लेकिन that is up to you. Okay, next one. Next. These are the 32 parts which was used in a viman. Now part number 14. Just read it. Can you read it? Here or there? Some difficult word. Okay. I will not ask you to read this properly. Leave it. I will give you the purpose of that yantra. It will disappear the viman. When you are going to fix this part in viman, the function of that part is to disappear the viman. You cannot get it in radar. But that was not like present system. It is not between the radar land and you are not getting it. Suppose it will be in radar land, even though You cannot catch it or you cannot see it. That was the function of that part. Next. We are trying to assembling or manufacturing it. We are doing experiments at NASA. Now, the most important thing, manuscript of Ashoka. In 1970, a book was found by a Chinese people and it was not decoded by China. So they sent that book, the copy of that book, to the University of Chandigarh, and Dr. Ruth Ryan was there. She was a lady. And she decoded it. It was on the gravity and anti-gravitational force. That book was on the basis of gravity and anti-gravity. Some part of that book, I will give you the what was the content of that book and in which language it was written. Because it was Mauryan Empire, that the time was Maurya Yuga. Okay. In that book, two names are given. The name of Krishna and the name of Kali. How they have connected the Krishna and Kali. What is the Bij Mantra of Kali? Do you know what is the Bij Mantra of Kali? That is clean. Om Reem Klim Chamundai Viche clean. Same way, what is the Bij Mantra of Krishna? Clean. Krishna is a person of attraction, that is gravity, and Kali is anti-gravity. That is mentioned in this book, and in this way they have written all the books. So that was the concept. Now, after decoding this book, in 1987, NASA invited 1,000 pundits to the USA. And they want to decode the Vedas. But unfortunately, what happened? They decoded as a spiritual aspect, not scientific way. So ultimately, the project was discontinued in 2003. But again in 2011, they restarted the project on the basis of ISRO. Dr. Radhakrishnan was there at that time. He was the chairman, and he sent a research paper of an Indian person. That Indian person was invited to NASA in 2013, and 2014, 21st February 2014, he visited NASA first time, Washington DC Goddard Center. At Washington DC Goddard Center, he welcomed on red carpet with national anthem and national flag. और सबसे जो खराब बात थी उसमें उन लोगों के लिए, the worst thing for them was, for 2 days they all have to take Indian food. सबको 2 दिन तक इंडियन फूड ही खाना पड़ा, क्योंकि वो जो आया था, गेस्ट आया था, उसके ऑनर में नासा made compulsory Indian foods, and each and every whitish people has to eat that Indian food. Do you know the name of that person, Indian person? He is Dr. Mitul Trivedi. फॉर्चुनेटली वो सारी और अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो जितनी भी गालियां थी वो मैं आज भी सुन रहा हूं. Okay, next. Now this is the Rucha from Veda. What we are applying in Mangal mission and Chandrayaan 2. Next. What was the concept? Have you played with some kind of chakadi or chakri? during your childhood?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
What happened with the gravity? अपने एक्सिस पे घूम रही थी, ग्रेविटी कम लगती है या तो नहीं लगती है. And the second thing, the picture of a bucket with the water. What will happen with the water? पानी के साथ क्या होगा? पानी गिर जाएगा क्या? At the time of circulation, it will not fall down. Okay. So the same concept was taken and the same concept was defined in that slope. Next one. Now this is the slope. This is the rucha. What the rucha was revealing that due to an anti-gravitational force, the spacecraft moving around the Earth, just like bucket, moving around the Earth and rotating on its axis. अपनी axis पे घूम रहे थे. That was the concept of anti-gravity. Okay, rotating on its axis for moving towards the deep space with the speed of an air. Again, Mandal 6, Sukta number 66, Rucha number 9. That was the original concept. And that concept was applied here. Next one. You can see it clearly here. Suppose a man is sitting on a last chair and I want to throw a stone up to him. What I will do? I will use my force here and it will take more force. But now I am doing some another technique. What I am doing? I am taking the help of one stone with the help of that thread. I will tie that stone along with that thread and I will move it round and round. And on each and every round, I will give some space. That is, I am starting the engine. When I am holding it back, that means I am I am going to shut down the engine. So when it will be on the reverse side, suppose I want to throw it on that direction, it will be on reverse side. I will start the engine here. I will shut down the engine here. It will take bigger round. On each and every round, the round will be the larger one. Right? And that is the technique here. That is called the technique of apogee and perigee. And that was used during the Mangalyaan and Chandrayaan. And because of this technique, the cost of Mangal mission and Moon mission, you are well aware with the cost. Okay? Next one. Now this is the comparison between NASA and ISRO. How NASA is using that kind of technology what I have shown you before. Through the stone. And ISRO is using apogee and perigee technology. So that is the basic difference. Next. This is a chamber in which our astronauts are normally going to the space. The base of this chamber is taken from Rukma Viman. The right side picture is the top chamber of Rukma Viman. It is same. Next. This is Columbia and other spacecraft are just like this. And this is the structure of Rukma Viman. Similar. Next. Now I am telling you that Trital Viman, three-florid Viman. Here first floor, second floor and third floor. Then fan pipe, then sun crystal and everything is there. This is Trital Viman. Next. In 2012 in Afghanistan, if you remember that thing or story. In Afghanistan cave, American soldiers found one plane, ancient plane that was almost 5,000-year-old plane, and 6 or 7 soldiers were disappeared. That was known as the unified field theory, and within a week, so all the dignitaries visited that place, including Barack Obama, David Cameron, Nicolas Sarkozy, and everybody visited that place, but still it is a mystery. Next. Now for the engineering students. I am sharing some ancient technology which was used in ancient Vimana. This is Rukma Viman. Vertical, this is Rukma Viman plan for the base. Okay, next. Again Rukma Viman. Then Sundar Viman. Vertical structure. Next. This one is for the Sundar Viman. This is another plane. Plan for the field and floor design. Next. Tripura Viman. Cross section elevation. Next. Electric power generator. Next. Motor, electric motor, and everything is here, which was mentioned in the ancient technology. Now I want to ask you one question only. Is the present area is advanced, or is the present technology is advanced, or what do you think regarding the ancient technology? Which one is advanced? Why? विमान का आज भी है, उस वक्त भी था, तो एडवांस कैसे आज का हुआ? अब या वो हुआ? विमान होने से वो टेक्नोलॉजी या वो टाइम एडवांस था, that was not the thing. But the most important thing was that during the Agastya Rishi, we are planning for 2075. We are assuming 2075. The car will fly in the sky. The car will fly on the terrace. During the Agastya time, it was there. And it is mentioned in Agastya Samhita. Same way in Samrangan Sutradhar, which was already described in Samrangan Sutradhar by Raja Bhoj. So that's why it was advanced technology. Second thing, who invented electricity? Edison. Right? Right or wrong? Thomas Alva Edison. He gave the reference of Agastya Samhita. In Agastya Samhita, electricity was there. And how to manufacture electricity is mentioned in Agastya Samhita. Now, my questions to those who are mentioning Agastya Samhita. There was no fan, there was no light during the Agastya Rishi. Then what was the purpose of that electricity? What was the purpose to manufacture this electricity? So that was for the demand. And the second thing, the second question is that technology, can we use that technology in present era or can be applied in future? Yes or no?
Yes.
How? See, if we will say yes, that's not sufficient. How? During Corona, which gas was the most important gas? Oxygen. Previously, what we used to do you know that? From water, we are taking hydrogen, that is called green hydrogen, and we left the oxygen in the space. Then during the Corona, the requirement of oxygen increased. Then we used to store the oxygen. Now what is happening? Now that oxygen is used in Viman chamber as a oxygen chamber, and that hydrogen is used as a fuel. Have you heard about Gadkari? He is using a hydrogen car. The same concept is used in that car, and that is the technology of Agastya Rishi. That green hydrogen is preserving the atmosphere, and the same technology was used in this kind of vimanas. So that's why it was more advanced. Next. This is Tripura Viman. Next. This is Shakun Viman. This PPT is available for all of you. Those who are interested, they can take it and use this PPT as a research paper also. And you can take the drawings also. It is not restricted. Next. Next. Leave it. That's it. Done.
Now answer that question.
Before that, I want some questions from your side related to the topic. Have you any questions? Yes, you can ask me. Yes, ask me. Tell me.
Sir, first of all, thank you so much for your wonderful lecture.
Yeah.
Then as ma'am said, you are working with NASA and especially in Mars mission. Can you share us what is the update achievement of your mission, and is there any hope and possibility to humans start their journey in Mars in our generation?
Okay, let me share it. See, first of all, when we are applying this technology, this kind of technology, you will get the atmospheric benefit first of all. That will preserve the atmosphere. That will preserve the cost. That will give a benefit to the mankind, and it will apply to the normal level, up to normal level people. That is first thing. Second thing, what you had asked. That is a dream of mankind to establish such kind of thing. That is a dream. But this is the first phase of this kind of innovation and this kind of technology. This is the first phase. You know that phase-wise it will be upgraded. And what will happen? I think so within 20 or 30 years, it might be possible. Not sure at present, but I can't say that kind of thing will be happen. But it will develop slowly and gradually. But we are not sure. Anything else? Yes.
Mankind will achieve this kind of technology.
Regarding the future, why you want to know about your future? Actually, that kind of technology is something different. They used to see that Jyotish Vidya and so many other Vidyas. That was a different concept. That was different thing. But that was not technology, And I think so. It is connected with the astronomical event, and on the basis of astronomical event, astrology was developed, and on the basis of astrology, they predict the future.
Not that cancer. Like we all know, each other were practicing, he was able to describe everything what was happening miles away. So
Yeah, you can see the cricket match which was played in the Australia.
yes, sir. So
That was technology, radar technology, and with the help of IMAR technology, they used to see that kind of things, and that was there at that time.
I guess, sir, she's asking that at that time.
Sanjay Rathi.
She is asking like the people are ancient people are having that vision
Vision,
that
yes.
our future generation will require this technology and they have.
It is not connected. It is not connected with the future. But it is not connected with the future.
Question is with regard to Sanjay.
Yeah.
What technology?
Yes. See, there are two aspects. These are two aspects. One aspect is this is related to the Sanjay industry. That was technology, and it was there. But the second thing, what you are asking for the future, that is not a thing. Got it? Yes, that was. Uh, that might be possible, but we don't have that kind of proof or that kind of technology or that kind of hidden scriptures at present. So we are unable to speak on that kind of things. Uh, Anyone else? Yes.
Is there any literature like we have here at the in that time people used to go from one village to another, you can see from one place to another place. That there is chances of like as we are having
Preach Bhaskar is a book in which you can find it little bit. Preach Bhaskar is written by Bhaskaracharya of Karnataka, from which you can find that kind of thing. But in Vedas or in any other scripture other than that Preach Bhaskar, it is not anywhere. Okay, I think so. Chani shortage પડે છે. Let me answer you that question. Space में, suppose if you will smell something, what will happen in the space? If there is a strong smell and you will carry it to the space, what will happen? What will happen? The smell will remain constant in the space because there is no air. Okay. Now you have a smell of that mogra, or you have a smell of that bhajia, and the smell will be constant. What will happen? What will happen? You can't take a single smell continuously. That is the physiology of a human being. Headache will be started. You will become mad. So what they are doing in NASA? Oh, this one is. Oh, this thing has a smell, bad smell or strong smell. It is not allowed. Rejected. This one is little bit. Okay, little bit is okay. It is allowed. So that was the concept in the space, and that's why they are paying 1 lakh rupees. Suppose you will start smelling, and you will smell for 1 hour. Just try it on yourself. You cannot continuously take 1 hour continuously different kind of smell. So it's an art also. So that's why they are paying $1 lakh. It's not an easy task because continuously you can't take smell continuously. जल्दी हो जाएगी. Okay, that's it. Yes.
Sir, we can generate this. Sir, हम लोग आपको जब
Loudly, loudly.
Sir, in earlier you have showed us the stones regarding our astronauts, so we can relate in that time travel theory. It might be us who have.
Time travel is not yet defined.
So we can say in future we have developed time travel. We have just gone back to our ancient times.
Theoretically, it is possible, but we have not done any kind of experiments on time travel. But theoretically, it is possible.
So in future it might be us.
Might be possible because on paper or theoretically it is practical, but practically it is not practical. Practically it is impractical. Okay, thank you.
ખૂબ જ આભાર સાહેબ આપનો વેદાસ અને એન્જિનિયરિંગના સંયોજન વિશેની જાણકારી અને માહિતી આપવા બદલ. હવે હું ડોક્ટર શ્રુતિ રાણીરાવ મેડમને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપ આજના કાર્યક્રમની આભાર વિધિ કરશો.
I think your patience is being tested now, but I would like to answer some part of your question. You asked him how this achievement of Dr. Mithul Trivedi can be benefited, or how we can take benefit of his expertise. You know, our young engineers, how they can be benefited. So, in fact, he forgot to tell you that he is going to start one course, a short-term course for all of you, which will be it will be based on this only, how science and technology we can, explore from Vedas. So, science and technology from Vedas, we are planning to organize this short-term course at Dharohar. So all of you can visit the road website, and our plan is to start it from January 2026. So his expertise we can take maximum benefit of it. And see, you have so many questions which may not be or might not be answered by Dr. Mithul Trivedi because it requires a lot of research. Right? All these questions they have open-ended. So all of us, now it is an age of research in the field of science and technology, and you know the importance of research. So by doing small and short-term courses, in Indian knowledge system also AICT has given acknowledgement to the scientists who are doing research in the field of technology which is applicable. You find out sources from Veda, from our ancient scriptures, and you practice it, you experiment it, and find out some, useful things which can be applicable in present times. So all of you are welcome to do this kind of research on the basis of short-term courses. You can find out your own ways. All these questions are endless, and we have to explore this field which is not treated so far much. So I will also like to welcome you all. I know your time is over. 2-hour session is a big session, but still you are all patiently listen and give your attention to the presentation. You might have learned many things, and still more, you can learn so many things from such courses. I thank our Honorable Registrar Sir who has been here. Actually, our Honorable Vice Chancellor also wanted to attend this particular lecture, but he has been busy at Delhi and is always busy that way. We scheduled this lecture with his permission only, but somehow it is not possible for him to be here. But I thank him because all this is possible only because of both of them support us, the Rose Center, to arrange such lectures, to invite such personalities. I thank Dr. Shailesh Parma, I thank other officers and faculties and directors who have spared time, their valuable time for this lecture. And I thank you all the students, all our supporting staff who have been here and who have supported in presenting all these things. So thanks a lot. Thanks for your patient journey. Thank you.
ખૂબ આભાર મેડમ આપનો. હવે હું સૌને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપ સૌ રાષ્ટ્રગાન માટે તૈયાર થશો. આભાર સૌનો. અહીં આપણો કાર્યક્રમ પૂર્ણ થયો.
સ્ટોપ કરે